I want to be the healthiest version of myself this year and therefore the happiest version of myself. Good morning and happy new year, everybody. It is 2025 and I am so excited for the new year. I want to be the healthiest version of myself this year and therefore the happiest version of myself. I'm so excited for a little life reset, set some new goals, make my new vision board and all of that good stuff, which is what this video is going to be about. I currently work as a locum doctor, so I go here, there and everywhere working in different specialties, but today I am working on medicine. I'm just doing a 9 to 5, which will be nice because I can start to incorporate some of my new goals and healthy habits into today, and then tomorrow I have the day off, so that's going to be purely focused on resetting my space, resetting my mindset, my life, setting some new goals and all of that good stuff. I will get more into my goals tomorrow. For now I need to get ready for work and head off because I'm going to be late, but I hope you enjoy this video and let's just get into it. Good morning. I think I'm going to be spending a good part of my day cleaning up my flat because my space just needs resetting. It's the perfect way to bring in a new year. My wonderful boyfriend did a massive load of laundry the other day, so first thing on my to-do list is to fold and put all of this stuff away, and then I just generally need to tidy up my space. Like, this pile of shoes has been there for God knows how long, and while I'm just exposing myself completely. Another example is this pile of clothes that I keep behind my bedroom door. It's hidden away. They're all like jumpers that I cannot be bothered to hang and put in the cupboard, but would take me less than 5 minutes to actually sort. So I'm going to go through and sort all of this stuff out that I've been procrastinating for way too long, and then I'm going to do a deep clean of the kitchen because the one thing that I'm very OCD about is my kitchen. It's usually spotless, but at the moment it is in such a state and it needs to be sorted. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to deep clean the bathroom, and by the end of today everything is going to be in order and I know that I'm going to feel so much better. Okay, this house is completely spotless. It's true what they say, clean space, clean mind. I feel so much better now. Okay, I've spent a good chunk of this afternoon just going through the goals that I want to set for myself. This year, I kind of wanted to go about things a little bit differently because, for example, I have had the goal to lose weight for probably like 3 or 4 years in a row now. I have spent a very long time, a good portion of my 20s, not feeling happy with my body and the way I look, and my confidence has not been where I want it to be. I'm just sort of setting the same goal, going about it in almost exactly the same way each time. Nothing ever becomes consistent and I have not really seen results. I wanted to go about things a bit differently this year. Rather than just setting a blanket goal and hoping and praying to see what happens throughout the year, I want to work on creating healthy habits, and I think for that to be a consistent thing in my life, I want to start creating micro habits and micro goals every week. My goals are, like I said at the beginning of this video, to be happy and healthy. In terms of health, I'm going for the body of my dreams this year. I have haven't been confident in myself for a very long time, and life's too short to feel that way. And then under my happiest version of myself, travel the world, go on as many adventures as possible this year and document it all. Next goal is something I will always have on my list, which is to focus on my career. So once I'm done with my traveling for 6 months, my ultimate goal is to get into training for obstetrics and gynecology. But I understand that it's very competitive, and I'm at a point in my life where I'm okay if it doesn't happen this year, but I'm manifesting that it does, because I would love to get started with my training. It's a 7-year training course, which means it's a long time, and I do want to get started. With that, I need to do well in my MSRA exam, which is actually in a couple of weeks. I hopefully from there will get an interview that I need to prep for, and then training. And I'm sure I'll come up with a different set of goals if I do get into training later in the year, where I can focus a little bit more on what I specifically want to achieve in my first year as an obs and gynae ST1. But for now, those are my goals when it comes to my career. Then the last thing that I've put under the bracket of happiness is to focus on my loving relationships, whether that's with my family, my parents, my boyfriend, etc. So those are my sort of overarching goals for the year. Like I said, I'm going to create some healthy habits to help achieve those goals, and it's going to be a weekly thing. I have a very poor attention span, so I feel like if I do this every week, it will re-motivate me, and through that I will learn consistency and hopefully a little bit of discipline. When it comes to my New Year's reset, I will always make a vision board that pertains to my goals, and I set it as my phone background. And for a while I didn't know if it was really doing anything. It's easy to just go on your phone, ignore your background, forget it's there, and that's kind of what I thought was happening last year. But when I look back on my vision board that I had for 2024, there are so many things that I achieved. For example, I've got a picture of the Northern Lights on my 2024 vision board because I was kind of hoping to go to Iceland last year, but I happened to see the Northern Lights from my bedroom window, which is absolute insanity. So I didn't need to go to Iceland for that and didn't end up going, but I did see the Northern Lights. I had a lot of pictures to do with my career and surgical skills and things like that, and this was probably the year that I scrubbed into theatre the most. I got the most confident with assisting in C-sections. Then I had a lot of pictures of people in the gym, people outside running. Although I didn't spend a lot of this year prioritising weightlifting, I did prioritise running. I finished the Couch to 5k, which was an incredible achievement for me because I could not run for the life of me before that, and I hated running, and by the end I actually really enjoyed it. But the one thing I was a bit disappointed in, the app relies on time rather than distance. By the time I got to the last run, I ran for the amount of time that it told me to, which I think was 35 minutes, but I only did 4k. I mean, I think that makes it clear that I'm an extremely slow runner. I think it will take me about 45 minutes to do a 5k. After I hit that 4k and reached the end of the app, I stopped. I stopped running because I felt like it was a big achievement to complete the course anyway. And then it became the winter months, and I kind of settled with the fact that I'll probably focus on running in the summer months and gym, weightlifting, that kind of stuff in the winter months. I'm going to spend a lot of time traveling this year. I want to get back into the running because I'm not going to be signing up for gyms here and there while we're traveling, but I would love to run in all of these places that we're going. Some of these pictures look exactly like pictures and videos that I've taken this year. I just think that proves the power of a vision board. So I've made myself one for 2025. There are obviously a bunch of pictures for travel related things as well as fitness related things, healthy food related things, and then I've got a little section on career stuff. But yeah, those are my goals for this year and my vision board for 2025. Honestly, I love doing this every year, just setting aside a couple of hours to reflect on the past year, be grateful for the past year, and honestly for me to be proud of the past year, because I'm a very self-deprecating person. I put a lot of pressure on myself with anything and everything, and sometimes it's nice to look back and realize how much you've achieved and be proud of all of those things, even if they are really small. Okay, I stopped through the shops on my way home from the gym to pick up my food for the week, so let's do the first grocery haul of 2025. I've been obsessed with the avocado and cottage cheese combination, and I have it on a multitude of things like bread, crackers, hash browns even, but it's not particularly the healthiest thing I could do, so I found a recipe for protein bagels that I really want to try. So for that I got some Greek yogurt. I already have flour and baking powder and all of that kind of stuff, so I just stocked up on everything that I'm actually going to eat with them, including obviously my favourite cottage cheese, avocados. I got a bunch because I have a friend coming over tonight. We actually decided we're going to make 2025 bingo cards, which I've seen all over TikTok, and I'm so excited to do it. I wasn't actually going to do that this year because I'm not sure I can come up with 25 things that I actually want to do this year, but she convinced me, so I figured she'll help me figure out what I can put on there, and she's going to come over tonight. So for that I'm going to make a few little snacks that we can pick on, including some homemade guac, hence all of the avocados. I also just got a couple of other dips, including some salsa, sour cream. Both are obsessed with olives, so I just got some garlic stuffed olives. I also picked up these butternut squash tomato basil falafels, which I think will be a nice little savoury bite. I'm going to chuck in the oven just before she arrives. Got some lemons for the guac, as well as just like drinks and things like that. Obviously some tortilla chips for the dip, and then I also picked up some strawberries because I really want to get back into making yogurt bowls when I'm craving a sweet treat, and strawberries with yogurt and peanut butter is just such an elite combination, so I got those. And then I also picked up some grapes because my sister told me if I put these in the freezer they make such a nice little sweet treat, so I'm also going to try that this week. And then for like lunches slash dinners, I really want to make a simple salad with tomatoes, baby cucumber, and then I'm going to roast some chickpeas and butter beans because I feel like that will make it really satiating and hearty, but also these are two of my favourite beans and they're high in protein. So that is what I got for this week. Oh, I also got some chili oil because I used to love putting this on pretty much everything, and I ran out and then never restocked, so I've got some of that. And then nothing to do with my groceries whatsoever, but I was in Home Bargains and sometimes I just can't resist, and I'm really getting quite excited about going travelling, and I saw these luggage tags and I figured Harry and I can be matching. He doesn't know it yet, but it's going to be great. And then the other thing that I got was just a padlock for my suitcase because I don't actually have one. I probably should have, because I've been backpacking throughout like the whole of Southeast Asia, staying in hostels, and never padlocked my bag. So that was probably really dumb, and this time we're going to do better. We're going to be safer. So that was everything that I got. I'm going to put all this stuff away and then start making my protein bagels. I'm so excited to see how these turn out. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Okay, these look absolutely incredible. Crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. I'm so excited to try this. Oh my god, that's so much better than I was expecting it to be. I added a little bit of garlic into the mixture, which wasn't on the recipe, but it actually makes all of the difference. I wish I had some cream cheese. Highly recommend. Okay, my friend is about 2 minutes away, and I figured I would just quickly show my cute little hosting setup before she arrives. I've got a variety of snacks on the table, including the tortilla chips with a bunch of different dips. We've got salsa, sour cream. I did end up making some fresh guac, and then we've got some falafels, and I figured if she wanted a couple of healthier options as well as the olives, I put some cucumber sticks out. I think those would go really well with the dips if she didn't want any tortilla chips. Everything's all tidied up and ready to go. I'm actually so excited. Ever since moving into this flat, one thing I've absolutely loved is hosting people. I don't tend to have people over a lot. Actually, I feel like this is the only friend I have over, but I find it so fun just making some snacks and entertaining people, making it all cozy and cute in here. So we're gonna make our bingo cards and then I'll catch up with you after. Okay, it is literally 12:30 and my friend has only just gone, but we ended up having the most wholesome evening. It's genuinely been so lovely to just catch up up. We spent hours chatting before we actually got to making the bingo card. It ended up just being such a fun night. So this was my final bingo card, and it took bloody ages just to get the squares the same size and all of that kind of stuff, but I love how it turned out. The things that I've included on there are kind of like bucket list things that I really would love to do, especially while traveling. I've got a sunrise/sunset dip. I've got swimming with turtles, which is definitely something I want to do while we're in Bali. I've got go to an outdoor cinema, read 10 books. With the amount of traveling I'm going to be doing this year, I think that's definitely going to be doable because I read a lot when I'm traveling or on holiday, like the time where you're just lying by the pool, lying by the beach. I love to pick up my book. And then I have some kind of crazier stuff on here. I would love to do either a bungee jump, or I've seen this thing in New Zealand where it's similar to a bungee jump. They put you on this massive swing, they drop you in, you're in the middle of the mountains, and you go literally on a big swing as if you're in a playground, except much more dangerous. I would love to do that. I have put a couple of like saving goals on here. I've put that I want to try 5 new foods. I've got that I want to do a no spend week, which I've never done before, but I think that would be a really good challenge for me. What else have I got on here? A US road trip, climb a mountain at sunrise. I would love to do that in Bali. I want to try a Pilates class because I've actually never done Pilates, and I feel like although I think it's going to be really hard, I think I would really enjoy it. So I would love to push the boat out there. That's definitely out of my comfort zone, but I think that would be really fun. I want to go on a gals holiday this year. There's honestly loads on here, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think this is such a good idea. I would love to make this a yearly thing, but we will see how much I end up crossing out by the end of 2025. I think I'm going to end off this video here because I am absolutely exhausted. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspired you to set some goals for the new year and really just focus on yourself in 2025. And if you did enjoy this video, please subscribe for more, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.